Hey pups, RB here, and originally I was going to do a Don't Be on Yoshi 1, but after watching Box of Fox's video on the matter and reading some of your comments, I decided against it. So I want to make this video on Sonic 93 instead, for obvious and various reasons. She's not as bad as Chris-chan, but I'd say a lot worse than Lily Pete, now known as Lily Orchard. In a way. Keep in mind that the Don't Be series is a documentary series, and not really classified as a rant series. Whether the person I'm talking about has either changed their behaviors or has yet to change at all is entirely up to debate. And whether you're a fan of said person or absolutely loathe them with a passion, I strongly advise you not to attack them or me. But if you choose to do so, most likely with me, you will end up with the result of being blocked from this channel entirely. Also, don't attack Amy-chan either. From what I hear, she's doing her own thing. She feels bad about how she and Sonic 93 treated Akai, Yoshi, and Aaron. Not sure if Ruth said anything about her or not, but I'm more than positive that Amy feels awful about everything from the past. All that being said, let's get right into this video. So who exactly is Sonic 93? Well, if you've been living under a rock for about 5 years or so, Sonic 93, aka Ruth, is a silver fangirl, and along with her now former friend Amy-chan, who back in the day created multiple rants on Akai Dahlia and Yoshi 1. Because, according to them, Akai was a boy-crazy Mary Sue for Sonic and Shadow, and Yoshi was claimed by Ruth is to be the next Paul and Amy because of autism and Asperger's. Let that sink in. A man with autism, who is obsessed with Amy Rose, and used the Sonic fandom to escape his horrible life for comfort, is compared to a man who sexually abused 5 girls who were minors because of his escapism and Asperger's. Yeah. Ruth clearly didn't understand what autism is, nor did any research on it. At first, I didn't think the rants were all that bad, but whenever I look back on the past videos she and Amy made, this rant was bad. Really bad. And she was also a horrible person. She still is to this day, quite possibly. As for Amy-chan, she's moved on from ranting, and we'll get to her side of things later on in this video. But for now, let's keep the focus on Sonic 93. Looking back at the videos made then, and looking directly at them now, Akai, or Jane as she prefers to be called nowadays, was just a huge Sonic fangirl, wanting to make ships of OCX canon ships of a Sonic fan character, and didn't like a certain character, referring to Amy here, and Ruth bashed her for having just that, and having her character shipped with multiple other Sonic characters like Shadow and Sonic. And most, if not all those videos made on Jane, pretty much damaged her. She still gets targeted to this day, which is pretty sad. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with her art, or her OCs, or anything she does. If she wants to ship her self-insert with Sonic and Shadow, let her. If she wants to make a Sonic OC self-insert, let her. She's just having fun for Arceus' sake. And the Yoshi videos served no better. Ruth constantly bashed Yoshi for various reasons. For being a Son Amy fanboy, commenting on Jane Reed from Arthur on being attractive, a list of attractive animated female characters, and because there was little to no research done about Yoshi or Brandon having Asperger's. And from what I heard, he now has to go to therapy because of Sonic 93, and doesn't even dare to go back to the Sonic fandom or Son Amy at all, because it was his main source of comfort during a very dark and rough time in his life. If Jane and Brandon happen to be watching this video, I'm very sorry for all the damage Ruth did to you both. I hope you're both doing alright, staying safe, and I hope you're both in a better place now. Oh, but we're not done yet. The rabbit hole gets deeper and deeper and worse, like an abyss. It only gets darker from there. Remember when I mentioned Amy-chan moving on from ranting? Well, here's why. Apparently, from an interview I listened to, made by Dumbsville, Ruth and Amy had a falling out regarding a rant she did on a person named Melody, making a comment about Silver the Hedgehog, and Ruth did not like that. The video in question when it was made was very vengeful and filled with classic Sonic 93 rage. During this time, Amy Chan had grown up and matured over time, and when the falling out happened, Ruth ended up cutting all ties with Amy, and the poor girl was broken. To get more into depth of their friendship, it seemed to be a very close one at first, but as time went on, the red flags showed that Ruth was controlling, manipulative, and very abusive and possessive towards Amy. If you want to watch the full interview Dumpsville made, a link is provided in the description. And if Amy's watching this, I'm sorry you had to deal with this kind of person. I've had similar experiences, and it's good that you moved on from all of this. And I'm real glad to see what a brave and bold person you've become, after all Ruth had put you through. And I do hope that we can become friends. And I'm glad to see the place you're in now. You're a sweet girl, and you're totally awesome. Now then, back to Sonic 93. When Aldwin made their commentary on Ruth's rage video about Melody's opinion on Silver, she took it in the worst way possible. She didn't really seem to take the critique she was given, and she just acted like she was in the right to act the way she did. And when others made videos on her, such as Jar, Dumpsville, Nani, she still acted extremely immature and obsessive over a fictional hedgehog character. Say it all together now, children. Hypocrite! And overall, acting like the queen she thought herself to be. And with other close relationships and friendships she had in the past, she tended to be the same she was with Amy. Controlling, manipulative, and very abusive. But surprisingly with Nani, she seemed to be mature. I suppose that's because of how Nani came off as calm, gentle, motherly, yet a very strict person. Nani's basically the guide for most YouTubers here, which is why everyone seems to look up to her, myself included. That aside, after all the backlash, the criticism she couldn't take, holding so many grudges for Arceus knows how long, the callouts and exposing of her true colors, Ruth pulled the classic pin a bitch by deleting her entire channel. I'm not sure why she did this, though I can take an obvious wild guess, but after all the negativity she's gotten involving the drama and controversy she's created, she decided to get away from all that. Maybe to try and start a fresh new start in her own strange way, or to run off like a coward, tail between her legs and all. But according to her, she wanted closure. I have no fucking idea how that works, but the human brain is pretty damn weird, you know? I'm no psychologist, but I believe the main reason as to why she did what she did was because of a mental disorder, or unresolved anger issues, or some type of abuse or influence to her behavior. It's actually kind of hard to get into the mind of someone like Ruth, but here's my theory as to why her behavior got this way. Due to how many people enjoyed her Kai Dahlia rant, by expressing her thoughts and opinions upon Jane's character and her artwork, a lot of people may have gotten the idea that, oh, this person's fucking cringy as shit. Dear Arceus, every time I use the word cringe as an adjective, I lose 75% of my brain cells. Let's go attack her! We want more! This got into Ruth's head that, oh, people like this, let's make more! And continued onward from there, which would lead to her eventual downfall and destruction of relationships with people she saw as friends but used as tools. And this girl made 11 or more rants on a Kai. I'm emotionally, mentally, and physically drained out of my energy just mentioning it. As for the mindset she continued to have and her aggressive, abusive behavior, that's something we may or may not get an answer to, but my theory is she was treated the same way, which influenced her bad behavior, and used the internet to escape it, but somehow continued the cycle instead of breaking it, and it only made things a million times worse as time went on. I hope that isn't the case, but if it is, I hope Ruth seeks mental help from all this, because girl needs therapy. A whole lot of therapy. Before we get to the conclusion, a quick message for Ruth. Ruth, if you happen to be watching this video somehow or another, I don't know what you've been through, why you behave in this manner, holding various grudges, being an abusive and controlling person, having uncontrollable anger, etc. But I have this to ask. What the fuck is wrong with you, girl? You not only ruined your reputation as a content creator, but your entire reputation as a human being as a whole. You betray the trust of those who thought you were their friend. You mentally fucked up 2 people who were just fans. And I mean Sonic fans, not your fans. But I could be wrong, correct me if I am. You act like a spoiled little brat because you have the my way or the highway, or better yet, no way mentality. As well as if you do it, it's wrong, but if I do it, it's right bullshit mindset. I don't know if you're able to redeem yourself at this point, but if you get some serious mental help for whatever issues you got, do come back on the internet with a fresh new start. But you are gonna get backlash no matter fucking what. Aside from all that, I do hope the best for you. Despite how horrible of a person you are, when your true colors are shown, I hope you get better and start anew one day.
So what we have learned applies to our lives today. God has a lot to say in his book.
So, now what have we learned today, children? Holding grudges will damage you mentally and emotionally, as well as your reputation as a person. Anger or lashing out solves nothing, only worsens the problem. Let it go, like Frozen, and move on. Showing your true colors with your inner demons will damage relationships with others. Seek help for your own personal issues. Leaving your platform solves nothing. Learn to accept criticism and learn from your mistakes, and accept it as such. And finally, the most important one of all, don't be Sonic 93. Woo! I have not done a Don't Be in a while. For anyone asking, I'm not doing a Don't Be on the following. Onision, he already has enough attention that he doesn't deserve. Yoshiri 1, he was just misunderstood. Akai Dahlia, she was just a fangirl wanting a lot of OCX canon ships and was just having fun. J-Station, too boring for me to do one. As Pez, I don't freaking know this guy. Leafy, he's been gone for about 3 years or so already. And because no. Kiwi Farms, it's a freaking website. Encyclopedia Dramatica, another freaking website. Are you freaking serious right now, guys? And more will be listed in the description for obvious reasons. And please stop asking me what the next Don't Be is gonna be. It just drains me, man. It drains me. If you want more information about the drama and controversy involving Sonic 93, links to all videos, articles, and various others are in the description, including videos made by Jar, Dunsville, Naughty, and many others as well. That being said, cue the outro. RP is out. Peace!